Okay, hi everybody. This is my day 4, I think. In fact, I lost count. Maybe yesterday is day 4. Not so sure. Maybe it's day 4. Okay, so I'm getting a bit. This morning I couldn't wake up to do exercise. I thought I could exercise like 5 to 6 day a week and then 2 day of rest so that I won't stress myself too much. Let the body recover. And today we are going to talk a little bit on this shock doctrine. Can you see the whole book? Okay, great. So look at this. This is called shock doctrine. This is by an author called uh, Naomi Klein. Okay, I believe she's an Australian. Now, shock doctrine is one of the bestseller. Um, and then below here you can see the rise of the disaster capitalism. Now, why I look at this book, I see some similarity between COVID and what was talked about inside here, right? And what happened is this is that when we go into a form of shock, right? Everybody will have a slight uh, fear of certain things, right? And when we are shocked, we want to actually grab anything that we can, and we become very obedient. So, and then what happened is this: we need to have a change, and sometimes the change is not only what the scenario want us to change, but we could actually change our own attitude, and we should use this situation to learn something new, right? For example, this COVID, right? Officially we cannot meet each other, then we need to learn the application, right? After learning the application, you could see somebody, talk to somebody, otherwise you'll be just making phone call. Like in my case, like for example, my mom, who's like maybe 80 years old, she's staying not with us, and then the only thing we could do is to call her, right? Of course, I proposed to her that she should learn how to do some video conferencing, right? But there again, she's so afraid of the technology. Like, no, 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 no. But as the times goes by, if you're not watching people, and there may be a form of psychological distancing where you don't see people, you don't interact with people, so it becomes very mundane in a certain way, right? If you ask me, I would want to be able to see somebody and interact with them, right? At the same time, I can also make video giving my own opinion, right? So with with this season, um, I tend to call up my friends, but sometimes they are not ready yet. So I've seen 2 or 3 of my friends, but I wish to see more of them, like 20, 30 of them, every now and then. If I think of them, I could call them, right? One of the good things to use is WhatsApp, because WhatsApp straight away you could actually have videos and audios, right? Other than that, if you are just doing some work together, you can use Team and all that. So there is a lot of things to learn, a lot of things to adapt, and we should look at the situation, how to make life even better than before COVID, if you ask me, right? So in COVID, it pushed us to use technology. So we are getting a step further and further, and on top of it, it's pushing us to adopt a way of working where we could work remotely. That means, in other words, if I'm doing design work, now I could actually do design for American offices or European offices, right? So if we set up that form of relationship and we do it very well, then we don't need to actually grab job just within Singapore. We can grab jobs all over the world, but we are still staying in Singapore, right? So that bring me to that area where I think that we could actually use this season to test out a lot of remote relationship, remote working environment, and all that, and not just thinking that, oh, it's going to pass within 1 month, but what is beyond that, right? Where people are experiencing all this remote working. It's not just remote in Singapore. Now people from other country also can grab our jobs. I mean, if they are charging less and they are great designer, they are going to take over our job over here. So this COVID actually make us think that we should be able to expand if we are more proactive. If we are not proactive, then we are reducing our market size. We are no longer be able to maintain the job that we have, right? Without expanding out. So I think it's good to it's good to think beyond COVID, because of this learning process. So if with this COVID, if I call my friend in India, he's more willing to chat with me now than previously. So we could actually collaborate to do works if we are able to use this season, this opportunity to start collaborating or checking out certain things. So COVID should allow us to expand beyond our shore. I think that's my takeaway from shock doctrine. Other than other than her painting a very pessimistic view of the scenario that disaster are created, and then people are made poorer, people are made more ignorant, people are being restricted, people are being taken advantage because of all this shock. So, well, I will look at the other way. How can I use this season to even expand as an individual and go beyond and not be restricted by what she called the disaster capitalism. So yeah, I guess um, that's one way to think of it. Yesterday I was speaking to another friend. His name is Manoj. What he told me was to take this time to be alone with yourself. Now, to be alone with yourself, of course, one way is to introspect, right? The other way is to do a bit of meditation where you concentrate on breathing and looking at your own body and introspect yourself and look at yourself, because previously we have no time to do that. Now we have ample time because we have nowhere to go. So the only way you want to go is to go inwardly. So that's the other thing. So maybe we can try that and see, when we look inwardly, what do we see? And what do we find? Okay, that's all. Goodbye. Okay, see you tomorrow.